नमस्ते नमस्ते हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. My name is JVN Manisha Singh. Today I am teaching you efficiency factor losses in subject dairy plant management. Discipline is food and biotechnology. Now let's start the topic efficiency factors losses. First of all, introduction. Operation of a dairy plant is a highly effective manner is possible only when all factors involved are synchronized. Perfection in efficiency may be considered impossibility, but the various operations which conform to the recognized standards of the efficiency should at all times be equal to or above the standards. The overall efficiency of the plant operation is directly related to productivity, and hence it is absolutely necessary to maintain this efficiency as high as possible by optimizing the use of available resources and facilities. Plant operating efficiency may be defined as the ability to produce the desired products with minimum efforts, expense, and waste without sacrificing the workers' welfare. Now let's start factors affecting plant operating efficiency. There are some of the factors that affect the plant operation efficiency are as follows. First of all, suitable location. A dairy plant should be located in such area where collection and distribution of milk and milk products will be smooth and economical. There should be sufficient space for further expansion of the plant building. Services and utilities. There should be uninterrupted supply of services and utilities. Well-planned dairy building, that is, this is an important criteria for better working condition of the plant as hygienic condition. Ease and safe production, lighting and ventilation largely depend upon it. Then continuous supply of raw material. Adequate supply of raw milk into the plant and its scheduled arrival enhances plant operation efficiency. Fifth one is quality of raw material. This eventually reduces the number of quality tests to be performed for accepting the milk. A 10% rejection means 10% wastage of reception time. A specific work schedule, that is, work schedules are to be prepared in such a manner that no working hour is wasted. Workforce should not be idle at any time of operation due to weak work schedule. Then efficient labor. Skilled laborers are an asset for a dairy plant as they will save time by their efficiency and prevent waste and damage to the equipment. Then training facilities. This will enhance work efficiency as the labor force gets training on production and processing equipments. Then this will utilize the time as well as the efficiency of the work power. Then proper processing units. Several equipments that are related to processing must be appropriate and up to the standard because there are the pivots for plant operation efficiency. Some of the major equipment should be as follows. First of all, milk receiving equipment for improving plant efficiency, vacuum samplers, automatic weight records, etc. will save a lot of labor. Vertical storage tanks saves lot of floor space and thus it allows space for free movement of the workers. Second is conveyors. Instead of manual handling of cans, mechanical conveyor should be used as it will save time and physical damage to the floor. Then control panel. The control panel should be within arm's reach of the operator so that during crisis the machine can be switched off very fast. It prevents workers' injury due to panic and rush. Supply of clean water. Water quality makes the operation efficiency greater. Supply of water should be at a sufficient pressure and flow rate in each section of the plant because many a time hard water causes lots of scaling in the equipment and that will degrade the quality of the equipment. Then reducing the heat transfer or reducing the flow rate in the equipments. Then cleaning method. Instead of manual cleaning, CIP, that is clean in place systems, to be adopted as it saves lots of time and labor, thus it increases the plant efficiency. Then proper layout. The entire processing line and equipment should be set up in a logical sequence. This will save processing cost and time. Principles of dairy plant layout to be followed. Dairy industry. Then maximum use of floor space. All the equipment should be as per capacity of the plant instead of keeping smaller capacity equipment in larger number, and bigger capacities should be preferred. For example, HTST pasteurizer, multipurpose vat, storage tank should be of bigger size. Utilities. All the four basic utilities, that is the water, electricity, refrigeration and steam, should be easily available in the processing plant. First is water. Adequate and uninterrupted water supply is a must for the plant operation efficiency. There should not be any leaky valve or hoses left running. Wastage of water must be prevented. Second is electricity. Proper selection of motors, proper wiring, proper lighting and correct capacity fuses are very important in the efficient use of electricity. Any wastage of power must be prevented. Power factor must be carefully monitored as well as peak load demand, and power factor is 0.95. Refrigeration. Care should be taken for any refrigeration loss in the plant. The plant must be properly operated and maintained. Doors of the cold store room should be locked automatically to prevent the refrigeration loss. Condensers must be cleaned periodically. Compressors must be operated as far as possible at off-peak load and night times. Steam. Boiler should be properly maintained. It should be properly installed and free from transmission loss. Use of only soft water is important. Regular descaling operation by qualified personnel is essential. Thermal efficiency of boiler should be to the rated value. Then stock of supplies and spare parts. Adequate quantity of consumable supplies to be kept in a neat and clean and well maintained store. Cleaners and sanitizers used to be made judiciously so that it may not mix with edible items. All the glassware should be available in the stock as many times it may be required due to damage. Preventive maintenance. For all machine and equipments, proper maintenance schedule to be followed to avoid breakdown loss. Trained personnel are needed for scheduled preventive maintenance. Then waste prevention. Carelessness and poor equipment are the chief sources of product waste. Increased waste means increased cost on waste disposal, and it will affect the plant operating efficiency. Then well managed organization. Overall efficiency of a plant depends on good management practices, that is GMP, in a good organization. It is possible for everyone to know one's responsibility and authority. A well managed organization is the true solution to plant efficiency. Then total quality management. It is also very important for food industry as well as dairy industry. Total quality management is a management approach to long-term success through customer satisfaction. In a total quality management effort, all members of an organization participate in improving processes, products, services, the culture in which they work. Important concept in implementing TQM is a set of management practices to help companies increase their quality and productivity. First is create constancy of purpose for improving product services. Adopt the new philosophy. Cease dependence on inspection to achieve quality. And end the practice of awarding business on price alone. Instead, minimize total cost by working with a single supplier. Improve constantly and forever every process for planning, production and service. Institute training on the job. Adopt the institute leadership. Drive out fear. Then break down barriers between staff areas. Then eliminate slogans, exhortation and targets for the workforce. Eliminate numerical quotas for the workforce and numerical goals for management. Remove barriers that rob people of pride of workmanship and eliminate the annual rating or merit system. Institute a vigorous program of education and self-improvement for everyone. Put everybody in the company to work accomplishing the transformation. Then assessment of efficiency. It can be enumerated by the following ways. First is checkup. First of all, it should be checked that machines and equipments are at the par with their published specifications, else adjustment to be made immediately before final installations. Sufficient instrumentation should be there to observe the same. Second is clocking the performance. Periodically, the performance of individual items or equipments to be monitored. In case wear and tear is above the normal limit, it must be adjusted immediately. This is possible by maintaining logbooks about the equipment accurately. Then synchronization, it is coordination between different machines, equipments to prevent any unscheduled breakdown by periodically determining that the entire plant is operating as a coordinated unit and to make corrective adjustments in machines or processing schedules. Hope you all are satisfied with this session. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. If you have any query, please mention it in our comment box. I will resolve them whenever we have a problem solving session. Thank you so much for watching this video.